More Unicom, Alpha Mike November, entering Lima 266, 20 minutes.
Alpha Mike November, Unicom, copy, entering Lima 266 for the next 20 minutes.
500, tracking my right high. Tango up Tango, do you have traffic in sight? Tango, Victor, have you on sight on my 1 o'clock. Copy, traffic in sight at 1 o'clock. Perfect, leaving up Tango, similarly. It's 500 feet.
Actually, you might as well take us back up to 500 feet because that's where we're going to be starting from.
Yep, sure.
Sorry, I should have
that's cool.
mentioned that earlier.
Tango, climbing away south of the center line and turning crosswind.
Terrain ahead, pull up.
Roger, Charlie Golf, downwind, 403, full stop. More traffic, Tango Alpha Victor, 1 east my right eye, 1,400, sending 1,000, changing 120,500.
And we can just turn around and head back over towards the...
1,000 my right eye, 1,400, descending 1,000, changing city traffic.
Back towards the house on the hillside.
Terrain ahead, pull up.
Up the traffic, Echo Oscar Foxtrot, O'Leary Point, climbing through 2,700, checking Continental Ranges, changing 124.5.
Okay, so we decided that we're going to carry out a precautionary landing. We'll pretend that the tide is out and that there's mud flats just over there along the edge of the water.
Okay.
So we've elected to use that as our landing site. So the first thing we want to do is...
Let's go to the final 03 seal, full stop.
And then we want to ascertain where the wind is coming from, which is over to
Charlie Bravo, request radio check.
Andy Charlie Bravo, Unicom, good afternoon, meeting 5.
So we're going to be landing in the other direction, so essentially we're on almost like a downwind position now, so what we'll do is we'll just continue a bit towards the coast.
The traffic, Echo Oscar Foxtrot, 2 miles northeast of O'Leary Point, climbing through 3,300, on track primary.
Traffic Foxtrot, it's time, we're going to wait crosswind remaining in the second.
And what are we aiming for again?
This is the area along the edge of here. Okay. So, if you like, I'll take control now.
You have control?
I have control. So, I'm going to turn us into what will be the position for our first inspection pass. So this is with the, this is a down, an into-wind pass. On this first pass we time the length of the field and we look for any obstacles. So as I come round into this position here, the field is just basically this edge of the brown water along here. So I'll start timing, so there's 15 seconds past. And speaking the surface, which obviously is water, so it's a bit redundant, but we'd be looking for surface, slope, size, shape, stock, surrounds, and sun.
Yep.
And that's already 20 seconds, so it's more than sufficient length.
Yep.
And we're just coming up to the channel there, so we've got plenty of distance to land in. So now what we want to do is we want to turn downwind.
Yep.
And we're just remaining at 500 feet for the moment. It's a relatively normal surface spacing to begin with. Now we're downwind, so we put the ELT on, and we put the transponder onto 7700, and we probably make a mayday call, so mayday, 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 Alpha Mike November. We're having to carry out a precautionary landing due to fading daylight. We're doing so on mud flats just next to the Wairau River mouth, just east of the Wairau River mouth. And your passenger brief, so guys, unfortunately we're going to be landing just down there. I'll just get you to remember, you pull the latches to open the doors, fasten your seatbelt securely, and remove any sharp objects that you might have on you.
Foxtrot, Lima, Foxtrot, downward.
So now we're descending for our low-level inspection pass.
Terrain ahead.
Probably actually positioned myself a little bit too close to the shoreline here, but that's alright.
Terrain, pull up.
Just going to angle back in a little bit. Ideally we want to be right overhead the field for this.
Terrain, pull up.
Oh, shut up, stupid GPS. Terrain. Alright.
Terrain ahead, pull
So now we're at 200 feet. And now we're having a really thorough look down onto that area, so we've got it right down below us. And we're looking for anything that we didn't see from the higher level, so checking that there's no, obviously if it was a real field, no potholes, no you know, water troughs, puddles, that sort of thing that we might not have seen from up high. Yep. And we've decided that we're pretty happy with this field, so it's not looking too bad. So we're going to land into this field. So now what we want to do is climb back up. So full power to climb. Yep. Bearing in mind that with the flaps down we don't climb too well, so just maintaining a relatively shallow climb attitude.
Yeah, we'll have it take up downwind 03.
And then we're turning back into a downwind position.
Take off speed, glad approach,
More traffic.
Okay, so now we're downwind again. And notice how we've spaced out a bit further from the field to give us some room to land in. So now we do our before landing checks. So brakes off, pressure in the toe brakes, undercarriage is fixed, mixture full rich, fuel pump on. Oh, sorry, no fuel pump, but fuel contents maybe are very low. That might be why we're landing, but today they're not low, so we do have enough for a go around if we have to. And hatches and harnesses confirming they're all secure. And we're going to set ourselves up for a short field landing. So obviously we're constricted by the terrain here, but it is a nice long field. Yep. Around about here, I'm going to start setting myself up onto base. And we have the wind behind us, so I'm just going to keep this turn coming round. Yep.
We're traffic taking off Quebec 403, glide approach. Touch go.
Terrain, pull up. Pull up. Terrain, pull up.
Last stage of flat. Yep.
Pull up.
And then we're just doing a short field landing onto the field. Yep. So I'm going to go around there. Cool.
Pull up.
And I'll just go back to 500 feet. Okay.
Pull up.
Peninsular traffic, Echo Oscar Foxtrot, 3 miles north of Tapu, 3,300, on track parameters. Echo Oscar Foxtrot, you're still on 118.
There's actually quite a bit of wind drift today from the east.
Yeah. Whatever, good, big shot, well, 3.
So I'm just going to head over here and turn around, and then it will be all yours again.
Alrighty.
Foxtrot, can you just give a position report, please?
Yeah, we're just currently out behind you, got the other side.
Okay, all yours.
Okay, I have control.
You have control. So, similar to what we did before, we're presently essentially in a downwind position, so we'll come around to do our inspection pass.
Yep.
And as I found out, there's quite a bit of drifting us that way, so if anything we probably want to come a little bit wider out on compared to when I was doing it, and that way we won't get drifted too close to that cliff over there.
Yep.
So initially we're just maintaining 500 feet. So around about now, if you like, we'll come round into the into wind position.
More traffic, Foxtrot, Lima, Foxtrot, downwind 03.
Timing. So we've got till the edge of that channel over there. So timing hopefully more than 10 seconds. And you can see how we're just drifting a little this way. So if we make a bit of a drift correction to the left, and then inspecting the surface as well. So size, shape, surrounds, slope, surface, stock. And,
More traffic, tank up here, down 103. Yep, that's much more than 10 seconds.
Yep. And we're still not to the edge of the channel, so we've got plenty of distance. So then we start to turn into a downwind position.
Okay.
And a good reference point here is that peninsula sticking out there with a house on the end. That's a good reference point for the approach. Oop. Rough running. That's what you like when you're low flying.
Hey, at this point I'll be ELT on, 7700 and spot tracks.
Yep. And your passenger brief, so
okay guys, due to the low cloud there, I'm going to have to make an off-airport landing. Don't worry, this is normal procedure. We'll just get you to empty your pockets, and after we land, we'll meet at the end of the field. If you vacate the aircraft straight away, please.
good. Sounds good. So now we can bring the power back a little and descend down to 200 feet for our lower level pass.
Yep.
Terrain, pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
So this is our lower level pass. Just checking for anything that we might have missed on the first pass.
Pull up. Pull up.
One for checkout, big one, 3 touch gun.
And once we're happy that we've not spotted anything that's going to cause us problems when we land, we climb back up to 500 feet.
Charlie Bravo, downwind 2 off.
And then off this one we're actually going to be landing, so we want to set ourselves up for a short-field landing with our before landing checks on the downwind leg of the circuit. And if you give yourself maybe even a bit more room than I did, because I found there was a lot of drift on base, so it ended up just being one long continuous turn.
Yep.
Which ideally you want it just to be like a normal circuit where you have a 90-degree base leg and then final.
Yep. Brake houses pressure on the front brakes, undercarriages fixed, mixture's fully rich, fuel shaft is in, fuel got sufficient. Engine and harness is secure and lights are all on.
Good. Yeah, this spacing looks good. Alright, for time we've still got 4 minutes in here, so after this one we'll vacate and just head a little bit down the valley, and then we'll find a field and we'll look at doing one into a real field, but obviously at slightly higher altitude.
Yep. Yeah, so I've done my lookout and 45 degrees,
Good.
so I'll start to turn.
And you just set yourself up as if you were making a short-field landing onto a normal runway.
Good day, Charlie Bravo, final foot tail off, pad 2.
Terrain ahead, pull up. Terrain ahead, pull up. Terrain, pull up.
Cool, and we'll easily get in because the channel's way down the end there, so we'd be able to land on the mud flats okay.
How much everything up, Quebec? Glide approach surgery.
So we'll climb back up and vacate, and you can let Unicom know that we're vacating. And we'll probably just go about as far as that bend in the river that you can see down there by the trees. And there's quite a lot of fields around here that are fairly suitable for practicing these into. We'll just try and pick one that's not too close to any houses as best we can. If you just turn us around this way, just so that we're not going out over the houses down the end here and things at too low a level.
Sure. Admiral Unicom, Alpha Mike November, clear, Lima 266.
Alpha Mike November, Admiral Unicom, copy clear, Lima 266.
Everything up complete for 103 light approach, touching there.
Can you just level at 1,000 if you want?
Yep.
And so when we use the actual field, we'll use 800 feet for the higher inspection pass and 600 feet for the lower pass.
Advise my tail-off pad runners closed.
Yeah, Charlie Bravo, Unicom. Yeah, there's supposed to be an event on Juliet this weekend and today.
We've got no problem with closed to the event sector, but it seems a bit stupid to close it with nobody else on the infield.
Roger, on
Want to back that way if you want.
Yep, sure, but
I'll follow it up.
Okay, so now we've practiced the procedure, so we'll look at putting it into practice on a real field. And normally use that one just to the left of the bend in the river, but it's full of hay bales at the moment, so it's probably not ideal. There's a reasonably decent couple down here with those ones with the trees and the road running through the middle of them, but the problem with those ones is they're quite constricted by the hills, so we'll see if we can find one out over here, preferably one without hay bales in it.
Yeah.
Charlie Bravo, something killer.
You can see those two down there are fairly reasonable, but that's quite a constricted approach.
Yeah.
I reckon these square ones in front of us don't look too bad. Just to the right of the green bales or whatever they are, just by the boats in the little marina here.
Yep, I see them.
So we probably want to be landing, well, which way are we landing?
We'll be landing this way.
Yeah, that's right, yep. So what you can do is set us up for this configuration again.
Yep.
Just send us to 800 feet, and I'm happy these fields are basically sea level, so we'll say 800 feet on the altimeter, and position us into a into wind position for the first fiction pass.
Okay.
Give yourself as much space as you need. If you need to go a bit down the valley and then turn around and come back, that's fine.
Okay, so for the inspection I see S3 on one side, there's a slight pothole right in the middle, and to the left-hand down corner, the bottom left-hand side, there's a brick or something like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, we could pretty much go down the centre.
Yep.
Aiming for our wheels on either side of that pothole thing in the middle.
Cool. So then, as we come into the downwind position, we'd be once again putting on the ELT on Scorpion 7700, briefing our passengers.
This is still 800 here?
Still at 800, yep.
There are close passes on the other side.
Yeah, our close pass is when we come back round to the other side, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so at the end of this downwind leg, we're descending down to 600 feet. Okay. And if you need to go out a little bit and come back round, remember on this one we want to be a lot closer in as well as lower.
Okay, Tango Jury 1500 joining wide right base, 3 grass, harbour inside.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Charlie Bravo, final hotel, step 2.
And you see that wind drift is quite pronounced here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're out of balance when you're actually not.
Clifton 1400, tracking Thames via railway point.
Okay, I've got it on my left-hand side, I've got a good view of it. Tango Alpha X-ray, left at 1,400.
So anything else that you notice now that could be?
A little bit of uneven surface.
Yep.
Apart from that, everything's the same. There's a road at the end and a fence at the end of the field.
There's if it's the same one you're looking at as me, there's also a round trough in the middle.
Yep, that's what I was talking about before, that pothole in the middle.
Oh, I see, yep. So you probably want to avoid that because it'll have raised edges, so...
we go slightly to the left of it so we don't end up in that tree.
To the left, yeah. Cool, so then we climb back to 800?
Yep.
We're trying to take off quick, climbing close to the tree. We join the second.
And now we're positioned downwind for what will be landing off of.
Yep.
So I'll get you to set us up for a landing approach just like before. So the big thing with these is just to make sure you're giving yourself heaps and heaps of room so that you can make a stable approach.
Yeah.
So you can see how here
We've got
probably
quite high.
cut in a little bit too soon, so we're quite high. So in this case, probably you would want to be going around and doing a second attempt at it.
Yeah.
Obviously that's not ideal if you've got something, you know, fairly critical that's forcing you to land fairly soon. So we're going to overshoot that, isn't it? So it's okay, we can go around, we'll make our way back to Ardmore. I'm happy that we've looked at enough for today. The big thing that stuffs people up on precautionaries is not giving themselves space.
Yeah.
Charlie Bravo, downwind tail off. More traffic, take a stick. 5103, touch go.
More traffic up, Mike November, 1 West, Wara, Room Mount, 1,200 and tracking Ardmore.